My name is Kate Wilkinson, and I am an MPA, a Master's in Public Administration Management concentrator. And before coming to SIPA, I was a fundraiser and marketing person for a small nonprofit, and then did corporate relations for a health organization. Yeah, I loved actually the management concentration. It was perfect for where I was at. I had done a lot of work before coming to SIPA, but wasn't able to put on my CV that I had certain skills in especially in the quantitative areas. And so the management concentration allows you a lot of freedom of choice in terms of the classes that you can take, but they do ask you to take them within a management perspective. So instead of taking a lot of theory classes, I was able to take decision models or budgeting or staff development. So classes that really, even if I wasn't able to say I was an expert, I could say at least that I knew what was involved in that and that I could do cursory kind of work in those areas. So I feel a lot more prepared to enter a corporate workforce, feeling that I wouldn't be completely lost. The one thing about the management concentration that was a little difficult is that because you can manage a whole bunch of things, the management concentration doesn't necessarily have a center per se. So you're managing nonprofits, so you might take a lot of EPD classes, or if you're managing private sector, you might take energy classes or international finance classes. And so the spread is nice because you have a lot of choice, but then as a result, the networking within the concentration doesn't necessarily happen. I think that once you're in SIPA, you come in with illusions of what career services can actually do for you, but once you realize that basically they're just here to help you in whatever way that you decide to use them, it's a formidable tool, it really is, and they provide a ton of networking opportunities. They provide a ton of chances to meet people that are working in a variety of fields. And then just the people that you meet here at SIPA, everybody knows everybody and knows somebody, and it's great. I feel like my network and the people that I've met have been extremely helpful, both for my internship search and now for my job search. You don't have to know what you want to do, but you have to know who you are and what you feel comfortable in. I applied to some schools. For example, I applied to a school in Boston and just realized that I couldn't live there, or I applied to schools in DC and realized that I don't really want to be working in government or work in really like politics or the politics of policy, really. I wasn't into lobbying or the federal government, and so those seemed irrelevant for me at that point. SIPA for me was New York. Being in the city, I didn't really like New York City, but I just knew that being here was where I would meet the most amount of people, where I'd see the most amount of companies and organizations passing through, and also just looking at the professors that SIPA has that are also practitioners. They're here because SIPA's in New York, so you wouldn't find them necessarily at a school in Boston or in Pennsylvania or wherever. Don't leave SIPA without talking every day to someone new. I think that's really important. I think, your grades aren't important. I mean, okay, so you have a B- or a C. It's not a big deal. But if you've met professors and talked with them and convinced them that you're someone that they would like to hire, or someone that really is dedicated and passionate about a certain topic, those are the contacts that are going to pull you through to a job at the end. And so, people here focus a lot on academics, especially in the first semester or first year, and I think that it's not a great idea, because you'll find yourself at the end of the year or at the end of your 2 years thinking, oh, there were all those other things I should have done, and all those other contacts I should have made, and all those other people I should have spoken to. So, there's always networking opportunities. Every week there's some sort of event or talk or speech or something, so go to them and learn about things outside of the classroom.